Vandeham Shri Guru Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to yet another fascinating episode of Pariprashna, that is episode number 46. So, in the last episode, we discussed how Diti was holding her pregnancy for a really long time, that is for a period of 100 years. And during that time, although Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu were still in the womb of Diti, there was this widespread darkness upon which the Devatas approached Brahma. And that led to this very interesting discussion where Brahma narrated about the Kumaras trying to go to Vaikunta. And there at the seventh gate, they were stopped by Jaya Vijaya, they get cursed, and the Lord himself comes, and how Lord wonderfully reciprocates with all of his devotees. And then finally, Brahma said, it is that same Jaya and Vijaya who have now taken shelter in the womb of Diti as Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. And Brahma also told them that he is not going to be capable of resolving this. However, rest assured that the Supreme Lord himself is going to come and settle the matter. So Devatas, upon hearing this, they felt assured, and then they go back to their abodes. So today, that is where we are going to continue. And also today in this episode, we are going to attempt something that we have never done before in any of the previous episodes of Pariprashna, that we are going to try and discuss 6 wonderful chapters from Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes, you heard that right, 6 chapters. And why are we covering so many chapters? Well, you'll discover the reason as we go along. So we are going to cover chapters 17, 18, 19, which talks about this very wonderful fight between Hiranyaksha and Lord Varahadev. So, and then how Hiranyaksha gets killed. And in chapter 20, we are going to very briefly touch upon Lord Brahma's creation. And then we are going to try and take a deep dive into chapters 21 and 22, talking about the pastime between Swayambhuva Manu, Devahuti, Kardama Muni, and all such interesting things. So we have a lot of ground to cover, so fasten your seatbelts, don't go anywhere, watch until the end of the episode. And as always, in order to learn so many wonderful, interesting lessons from these chapters, we have with us His Holiness Bhakti Padma Saurav Pracharak Swami Maharaj. So Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat Pranams, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.
So Maharaj, beginning chapter 17 of Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam. So finally, Diti, after holding her pregnancy for 100 long years, she is giving birth. So here in second verse of 17th chapter, it is said, Ditistu bhartur adeshad apatya parishankini purne varshashate sadhvi putro prasushuve yamau. The virtuous lady Diti had been very apprehensive of trouble to the gods from the children in her womb, and her husband predicted the same. She brought forth twin sons after a full 100 years of pregnancy. So later, Maharaj, we see that upon the birth of Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, there is this widespread terror across the entire universe. So there are so many omens that are described, very, very vivid description, to the extent that the cows, instead of giving milk from their udders, they're actually shedding blood. And the deities in the temple are shedding tears. There are earthquakes, there are hurricanes, and so many such very bad omens that are manifesting. So Maharaj, in contrast to this, when great saintly persons are being born, when the Lord himself appears, we see exact opposite of this. There are such auspicious signs and very good omens. So if you could please enlighten us on the connection between the birth of an individual, the kind of astronomical signs at that time, and the resulting omens or signs that we see, whether it is auspicious or inauspicious.
Andam Pindadehasya. See, though we have a body like this is Pindadeha, and that is Brahmanda Deha, Andadeha. So there is a connection between our body and the cosmos. It is not just only me and my body, that's all. No, there is a connection between me and my cosmos. So the symptoms of the cosmic, the symptoms of the person who is born are reflected in the cosmology.
Mhm.
So that is called birth chart. We are all influenced by the grahas, and also the person also influence the grahas.
Okay.
So they show what kind of person is born. Actually, both. Uh, One is because of a particular kind of person's birth, the symptoms are shown externally in the cosmology. That is called Nimitta Shastra. It's a very big science.
Mhm.
It is not just some astrology, predictive astrology. It's a big science known as Nimitta Shastras.
Okay.
Even when Arjuna, when he came to meet Yudhishthir
Mhm.
after coming from Dwaraka, then Yudhishthir could find out all inauspicious signs.
Right.
And this shows that Krishna has left the planet. Mm. So in the same way, when evil people are born, then inauspicious signs are seen. Mm.
Mm.
That's the connection between the person and the cosmology.
Okay. Wonderful. So, Maharaj, going forward, we see another description of how strong these two brothers were. So, it is said his mental and bodily strength, as well as the boon conferred upon him, had made him proud. He feared death at the hands of no one, and there was no checking him. The gods, therefore, were seized with fear at his very sight, and they hid themselves even as snakes hide themselves for fear of Garuda. This is in description of Hiranyaksha's strength. So, Maharaj, we see that even demons, whether it is Ravana, Kamsa, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, so many of them, they are mentally strong, physically strong, they are extremely ambitious, they are not settling even for being international champions, they want interplanetary championship, they want the adipatya, the control over all the 14 lokas, they declare themselves as God. So, like this, we can go at they're very charismatic, they're good looking, into the extent that even they are very proficient in the scriptures. So, in the modern context, whether it is the parents or the education system, unfortunately, it is only these sets of characteristics that we are trying to instill in our children. We want them to be intelligent, we want them to be strong, we want them to be ambitious, we want them to be good communicators, we want them to be good leaders. But Bhagavatam repeatedly shows, in spite of someone having all these qualities, but if they are devoid of Krishna consciousness, it is not only futile, but it can be very destructive. So, what can we do to set this thing correct in instilling the right kind of values, not just values, but instilling spirituality in our children, in addition to all these other things?
Yasyasti bhaktir bhagvatya kinchana sarver gunesh tatra samasate sura. If you take up Krishna consciousness, all the good qualities will manifest in you automatically.
Mhm.
On the other hand, even if you have all the good qualities, so-called good qualities, if you don't have bhakti,
Mhm.
then hara bhaktasya kuto mahatguna, where are the good qualities? So that is why, in spite of having so-called good qualities, they are called demons. Why? Because you don't have bhakti.
Mm.
If you don't have bhakti, means if you're trying to follow the dictates of your mind, and the mind is full of sense enjoyment,
Mm.
it's exploitation. So once you have this tendency to enjoy, that means you just cannot enjoy uh, without exploitation.
Mhm.
So naturally, when exploitation is there, and all the good qualities, so-called good qualities, become bad qualities. Like, for example,
Mhm.
you have concern and love for your sister. So even Kamsa showed it, isn't it? He was so
Yes.
loving. He became a driver for his own
Correct.
sister, Devaki.
Mhm.
He was loving so much and a perfect brother. So the whole world saw how Kansa, in spite of being the king, he could have appointed any charioteer, isn't it? You know, no, 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 I love my sister so much. I'll drive my sister's chariot. It's a wedding day. Huh?
Mm.
But what happened? Once he got the news that his own sister's son is going to kill, immediately he wanted to kill him. So love and compassion are the topmost qualities a man or any person can exhibit. But once it is based on ignorance, then that is going to be detrimental to the entire world. It is actually demoniac. So he wanted to kill his own sister. Now you see, these days, the doctor tells the mother, now you're pregnant. And she says, oh, I cannot take care of this child. Yeah. So can you abort? Just see. So externally she shows like, I cannot take care of this child. So what I'll kill her, kill the child. So just see, externally it is seen that she's so concerned that if the child is born, how can I take care? It's not possible for me to take care. So better I kill him. So there are some in UK, we are in our temple in Manor. The law is like this: if a cow or any animal is not, it cannot be cured, then they come and kill the animal. That is called mercy killing or something like that.
Yes, yes.
So one cow was very sick, and the authorities came and gave injections and then killed the cow. Because they were not understanding the values, the Vedic values, that when the cow is sick, our duty is to serve the cow. So their definition of compassion itself is demoniac. So then what we can do? So that's why without Krishna consciousness, all the so-called good values, which people think are values, and they are all actually demoniac, seemingly very nice. They're actually demoniac. So many things can be spoken about this subject, but your question specifically was about children. A child or anyone, until unless one takes up Krishna consciousness by study of Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam, nobody can define or inculcate what is good, what is bad. Goodness can only come from Krishna consciousness. There is no way. Once I went to a school and then asked them, we would like to take some classes for your children. Then the principal was so happy, Swamiji, we require, and he started speaking about what all things happen in the school. It was mind-boggling. And Swamiji, definitely you should come and then take children are going crazy, nuts. Okay, we decided a date and a time, weekly one program, many years back. Then it was Swamiji, one request, that you don't take Bhagavad Gita, you don't take the name of Krishna. We just want values for them. We don't want any spiritual and religious things. Then I told, how is it possible? Without spirituality, no morality can exist.
Wow.
That itself is demoniac.
Yeah.
So he was very concerned about the children and he wanted them to have values, but he was a demon.
Yeah. What
is a demonic mentality? We want good values, but not spirituality, but not Krishna consciousness. Hiranyakashipu also had the same mentality. He thought, my son Prahlad should be very good. He should be educated, he should be learned, but not Krishna conscious.
Yeah.
So the learning of the demons, even transcendental knowledge the demons have, like you find in the 7th canto of Bhagavatam, where Hiranyakashipu is instructing Hiranyaksha's wife and his nephews, that is his children. When Hiranyaksha was killed, in this chapter, Hiranyaksha is going to be killed in this particular section, the 3rd canto. Then if you see the pravachan given by, the talk given by Hiranyakashipu to Hiranyaksha's wife, He talks about the body and soul in such detail. Even
Yes.
Krishna's pravachan would fail in front of him.
Mm.
But he was not a devotee of Krishna.
Mm.
So though he is giving transcendental knowledge, but that so-called transcendental knowledge, it is not it is Achyuta Bhava Varjitam.
Mm.
It doesn't have any power towards Achyuta. So what happened? That knowledge is like a money jewel on top of the head of a serpent. It
Mm.
is glorious, but it is on top of the head of the serpent.
Mm.
So when you go near, what happens? You'll not get the jewel, you get only poison.
Yes. Mm.
So they want to speak of other material knowledge and other qualities. Even transcendental knowledge. Naishkarmyam api achyuta bhava varjitam na shobhate. That is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Yehi bhalo, yehi manda. Yehi bhalo, yehi manda, yehi sab brahma. So this is good, this is bad. That is all just illusion.
Mm. Brilliant explanation, Maharaj. Very nice, so profound. So, Maharaj, before we get into the fight between Hiranyaksha and Varahadev, here we see, in order to exhibit his strength in his quest for conquest, he's going here and there, everywhere. He went to heavenly planets, he did not find Indra. So now Hiranyaksha has entered into the ocean. So, here in the 24th verse of chapter 17, it is said, ततो निवृत्त क्रीडिष्यन् गम्भीरं भीमनिस्वनं विजगाहे महासत्त्वो वार्धिं मत्त इव द्विपः. After returning from the heavenly kingdom, the mighty demon Hiranyaksha, who was like an elephant in wrath, for the sake of sport, dived into the deep ocean which was roaring terribly. And then here we see that moving about in the ocean for many, many years, the mighty Hiranyaksha smote the gigantic wind tossed waves again and again with his iron mace and reached Vibhavari, the capital of Varuna. Okay, so Vibhavari is the capital of Varuna. So Vibhavari is the home of Varuna, lord of the aquatic creatures and guardian of the lower regions of the universe, where demons generally reside. There, Hiranyaksha fell at Varuna's feet like a low-born man, and to make fun of him, he said with a smile, "Give me battle, O Supreme Lord." So Maharaj is very interesting. Varuna has done nothing to Hiranyaksha for no good reason. He just goes and then he is challenging Varuna that come fight with me. But very, very instructive is how Varuna Dev responds to this provocation by Hiranyaksha. So here we see in the 29th verse. Thus mocked by an enemy whose vanity knew no bounds, the worshipful lord of the waters waxed angry, but by dint of his reason he managed to curb the anger that had sprung up in him, and he replied, "O dear one, we have now desisted from warfare, having grown too old for combat. You are so skilled in war that I do not see anyone else but the most ancient person, Lord Vishnu, who can give satisfaction in battle to you. Therefore, O chief of the Asuras, approach him whom even heroes like you mention with praise." How intelligent and how restrained on the part of Varuna there. First of all, he didn't give in to the provocation. He was very humble. He said, "I'm too old." And then he said, "The only one who is equal, not equal, but the only one who can give you a good fight is the Lord, so you approach him." So in our life also, Maharaj, time and again we see once in a while, we may not have done something, but demoniac people may provoke us in various ways. So as devotees, how can we exercise such restraint and not fall prey to such provocation?
See, be intelligent.
Mhm.
See, provocation means they want to waste your time.
Yes.
So if you're intelligent, then you will not be interested in wasting your time. As simple as that.
Mhm.
See, more than being tolerant, be intelligent.
Mm.
If you're intelligent, then you know whom to respond to, whom not to respond to.
Yes.
So you not responding to them is their defeat.
Mm.
It will be it will be your provocation for them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Very nice.
intelligent.
Yeah. So how should one develop this kind of intelligence, Maharaj?
If you're focused on your goal, then your intelligence is fixed up.
Mm.
Is what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also.
Yes.
Ekeha karunandana,
Mm.
Oshaganantascha buddhayo vyavasayinam. Vyavasayatmika buddhir ekeha karun. Vyavasayatmika buddhi. So that Vyavasayatmika buddhi means following the orders of the spiritual master. That's all. When you're focused on what your spiritual master wants, then automatically everything is in its place.
Nice, very instructive. So, Maharaj, now in the next two chapters, that is chapters 18 and 19, two good amount of chapters dedicated just to describe the fight between Hiranyaksha and Varahadev. So it's very interesting the way Bhagavatam, the kind of storytelling or the narration happens. At times we see entire like eons of time can be fast forward in just like a shloka or two. They will quickly move forward. But then there are certain episodes where Bhagavatam will zoom in and they'll go into such great detail. Just like in Canto 1, we saw Krishna leaving Hastinapura is one full chapter. Krishna entering Dwaraka is one full chapter. And here again, we see fight between Varahadev and Hiranyaksha, two good chapters. So why does Bhagavatam zoom in and out as and when it is needed?
Bhagavatam was spoken by Vyasa in trance, was revealed to Vyasa in trance. And he also taught it in trance. So Bhagavatam is very difficult to explain. That is why it is described that Vidyavatam, Bhagavata Vidyavatam Pariksha. Those who are learned, for them, what is the test? What is the Pariksha? What is the exam for them? To speak on Bhagavatam. So if they are able to understand and speak on Bhagavatam, then they are past the examination of scholarship. So that's how the Bhagavatam is, number one. Other thing is, no part of Bhagavatam is unimportant.
Okay.
Every part has its own. Bhagavatam describes things in three ways. Shrutena, Arthena, Anjasa. Dashamascha Vishuddhyartam Navanam Ihalakshanam Varnayanti Mahatmana Shrutena, Arthena, Anjasa. Shrutena means the way a master would speak to the servant, like the Vedas, the tone of the Vedas. Number two is Arthena, like the Puranas would speak, the language of the Puranas, like the friend would speak to the friend.
Okay.
And Anjasa, that is the way a lover would speak to the beloved. That is the tone of the kavyas, literature kavyas. So the Bhagavatam has all the three. So when it comes to the Vedic tone, that is the master to the servant, it is all very concise. Just one word enough. One word enough. Chadu maro, but so yeah. No much. But when it comes to Puranic style, that is chadu marduna. So the friend would tell his friend. So that will be a bit more explanation. There will be explanation for it. One is instructive, other is explanatory. And the third one is descriptive. So sometimes the descriptives are there, like 2 chapters. It talks about the entire description of the fight. When a description is come, the Bhagavatam talks about, like Vaikuntha, description, many verses.
Yes.
Description of universal form, many verses. So when it comes to description, like description of the rainy season, one whole chapter from that, description of the rainy season. But when it comes to description of Krishna drinking the forest, right, it's only 2-3 verses.
Yes.
Krishna showing the universal form in the mouth, just 4 verses. But when it comes to the description of Vrindavan, rainy season of Vrindavan, and so when the whole chapter is talking about rainy season only. So that is called kavya, like a lover would talk to the beloved. And the lover, the beloved is there, and this lady, she's speaking to her husband, and she wants her husband to now sweep the floor and clean the house, and she would not tell it directly. And she would say, I know you don't love me, you are not concerned about me. And he makes him completely confused. And he becomes, he starts begging, tell me what happened, what do you want? He says, anyhow, what is the use of telling what I want? And after half an hour of this wrangling, at the end, she would say that the house is very dirty. What I can do, I don't understand. I'm very tired. So then, if he's intelligent, he understands. So I had to clean the house.
Yeah.
So that's how the discussion goes. So by the time I would have actually cleaned the house, we would have everything nice. But this
Yeah.
whole thing goes around. So that's called descriptive, instructive, and then there is explanatory thing.
Mhm.
And then the third one is descriptive.
Mhm.
So these are the three ways: Shrutena, Arthena, Anjasa. So this is Anjasa.
Okay. Okay. So we will not get into the elaborate description of the fight. I invite the viewers to please read these sections, chapters 18 and 19. So I'm going to fast forward. So coming to 25th sloka, then finally Varahadev gives him a blow right below his ear at the root of the ear. So I'll just read the translation of 25th verse, chapter 19. The demon now began to strike the Lord with his hot fists, but Lord Adhokshaja slapped him in the root of the ear, even as Indra, the lord of the Maruts, hit the demon Vritra. Though struck indifferently by the Lord, the conqueror of all, the demon's body began to wheel. His eyeballs bulged out of their sockets, his arms and legs broken, and the hair on his head scattered. He fell down dead like a gigantic tree uprooted by the wind. Aja, Brahma, and others arrived on the spot to see the fearfully tusked demon lying on the ground, biting his lip. The glow of his face was yet unfaded, and Brahma admiringly said, "Oh, who could meet such blessed death?" So Maharaj, finally Hiranyaksha is killed by Varahadev, and even from Diti's body blood is coming out. So here Brahma admiringly said, not simply said, admiringly said, "Oh, who could meet such blessed death?" So what makes Hiranyaksha's death at the hands of Varahadev blessed?
Getting touched by the hands of Aradev is very glorious,
Mm.
because the purpose of Krishna appearing in different incarnations to kill the demons is to deliver them.
Mm.
So Varaha is delivered Hiranyaksha.
Mhm.
So that is what Brahma says. There is no way to deliver the demons other than killing them.
Mhm.
So it is a blessing onto the demons to be killed by a demon, killed by Krishna. So that's what Brahma knows.
Mhm.
There are many reasons why Krishna kills demons, and to remove the burden of earth, to give pleasure to the devotees, to protect devotees, to satisfy the desire of the demons. Like the demons say, I want to fight. And then he wants to liberate, deliver the demons.
Mhm.
That's one of the reasons why Krishna would come and then kill the demons. And Brahma knows this thing.
Mhm.
Aho imam kuno labheta samstitim ajadayo viksha shamshnur agata. So just see what kind of death, what kind of bhagya is got. Aho imam labheta samstitim. Nobody can attain such kind of fortune.
Mhm.
The fortune of being touched by Krishna. Even uh, those niriksha hatakata, just those who are killed by looking at Krishna's form, they also got liberated. Bhishma says this thing. So anyhow, you get connected with Krishna. You become fortunate.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean you can connect to Krishna in Dvesha. Kupya kama bhayat kamsa. Kamsa got delivered because he got connected with Krishna out of fear.
Mhm.
Dveshas chedva chedyadeha. Shishpal got delivered because of his dvesha for Krishna. But that is not favorable.
Mhm.
But that's also bhakti. What Kamsa did is also bhakti.
Mhm.
So here, the desire to fight with the Lord, that is also bhakti, but it's not pure bhakti.
Mhm. Interesting. So, Maharaj, this chapter, chapter 19, ends with a nice Falashruti from Sutta Goswami. So, we will fast forward and go to the next chapter. And again, I'm going to ask just a couple of questions on the entire chapter, chapter number 20. So, Maharaj, in chapter 20, there is a very elaborate, and it's quite a long chapter actually. So, there is a very detailed description of the various beings and various things manifested from Brahma's different parts of his body. So, unlike this Big Bang theory and other such nonsensical things which describe that out of chaos some order manifested, but in Bhagavatam's pages we see that there is a very ordered manifestation. It's a very systematic process of creation. So, one thing was this, if you can throw some light on the ordered manifestation of creation enunciated by Brahma. And the other aspect in this chapter is repeatedly, several times, it is said Brahma does some part of creation, then he sheds his body, again he creates some things, again he sheds his body. So when Bhagavatam says he shed his body, what exactly does that mean?
So before we go to the 20th chapter, one concluding point on Varahadeva's appearance. We should know that two incarnations, two pastimes of Varadeva are described in one flow.
Right.
One Varadeva appeared in the first, being the beginning, Swayambhu Manu time. That is why it is known as Shweta Varaha Kalpa. This Kalpa is known as Shweta Varaha Kalpa. Shweta Varaha, the Varadeva appeared in the white form. He came and then restored the earth. And the earth had fallen down in its own way, by its own reason. There was no reason mentioned for that. At that time, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu were not born. So, the killing of Hiranyaksha was done by the Varahadev who appeared in the Chakshusha Manvantara. That is the previous Manvantara, sixth Manu. Okay. But the description goes like this together. Both Varadevas are described in one pastime. So that is Raktavaraha who appeared in the Chakshusha Manvantara. And these two Varahas, they are there in Mathura. Of course, your Varadeva deities many places. That is Varadeva is there in Tirupati. Actually, Varadeva is the owner of the entire land. All earth belongs to him. And there is Varaha Purana. So, and also the Sri Musham, they were one of the Swayamvyakta Kshetras. So, if you have some problems with your land and disputes, you worship Varahadev. Of course, it's a Karmakanda information. But ultimately, you take shelter of Krishna. People having some land issues and you want to get the position of the land. Bhupati tamme dehi dadape swaha. So there are many mantras of Varahadev. Just to have some idea that Varahadev pastime is not just okay. Varahadev came, did everything, went away. But he has a great influence in our Vaishnava understanding. And also many pastimes of Varahadev are there. When Shatrughna, he actually got the deity from Lord Ramachandra, who was worshipping Varahadev, and then established the city of Mathura. After killing the demon Madhu, then he established the deity of Varahadev there. So, Varahadev is his worship and his pastimes, his culture. It's a huge culture. So don't just think it's just one, not like that. There's a lot of science behind it. Wow. So anyway, coming back to the second 20th chapter here. So in the secondary creation, Visarga is described in detail. Again, previously the Visarga was described in detail. Secondary creation means Visarga, creation by Brahma. Previously described in detail, it was described in detail. And again described here in a very concise way. Why? He has to talk about Manu. the lineage Manu has to be described. That is why the description of the secondary creation is there.
Mhm.
So now here we have Vidura again asking Maitreya about uh, about creation. So Vidura, he says, "Oh Maitreya, you are Prajapati Pati Srishtva Prajasarge Prajapatim Kimarabdha Me Brahman Prabhu Avyakta Margavit. Please tell me what Brahma did after creating the Prajapatis." That was the question.
Mhm.
Now, he asked further, I want to know about the Marichis and Swayambhu Manu who created further living entities according to the order of Brahma, because Swayambhu Manu is a Prajapati, Marichi is also Prajapati. So there are many questions asked by Vidura to Maitreya about Visarga, the creation of Brahma.
Mhm.
Now, answering this question, Maitreya, he goes on describing about how first he gives a small introduction of Sarga, the creation done by Vishnu.
Yes.
And then he talks about how Brahma appeared from his navel. It has already been discussed, it's a repetition.
Mm.
Whenever the Bhagavatam repeats something, it describes in a slightly different way. And how he created different kinds of ignorance, which is going to bind everyone. And ultimately, he talks about different creators, especially when he creates something very inauspicious. Then he thinks, oh, he gives up his mentality, mind. That is not giving up his body.
Mm.
Giving up his body means giving up the mentality. Like, for example, you're doing some painting or drawing, then no, it's not good. Let me give it up. So it is not that you give up your body; you give up your concept.
Okay.
That's to be honest.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, Maharaj, you gave a good indication, not indication, you clarified that actually there are two Varahas. There is Shweta Varaha and Neela Varaha or Rakta Varaha. In fact, going back to an earlier chapter of Canto 3 of Srimad Bhagavatam, we see, in fact, Brahma was actually doing the creation. He had already created Swayambhuva Manu, and Swayambhuva Manu was a man of action. He said immediately, please tell me, how can I serve you? And then Brahma said, I want you to procreate with Shatarupa. And then Swayambhuva said, "Oh, so where is my place of action?" Then Brahma saw that earth was submerged in the Garbhodaka ocean. So, in fact, that is where Varahadev came out of his nostril as a very small boar form and then he became gigantic. But in that same context, the other Varaha was also talked about. So, then after that, there was a seeming digression. So, we went off into this whole episode of Jaya Vijaya, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashipu, all that. And now in chapter 21, right in the first verse, Vidura is bringing back the discussion to Swayambhuva Manu after quite a long time. So Vidura Uvacha Swayambhuvasya cha manorvamshah paramasammatah katyatam bhagavanyatra maithunenaidhire prajaha. Vidura said, the line of Swayambhuva Manu was most esteemed. O worshipful sage, I beg you, give me an account of this race whose progeny multiplied through intercourse. So, Maharaj, we see here that Manu has three daughters and two sons. So, Akuti was the daughter who was married to Prajapati Ruchi, and then Prasuti was married to Prajapati Daksha. We will see here Devahuti is given in marriage to Kardama Muni, and then, of course, the two sons Uttanapada and Priyavrata are also there. So, before we enter this section, if you can tell us all how the subject matter of discussion for the next not only several chapters but even cantos up until like middle of fifth canto, these five children of Swayambhuva Manu, how is this whole thing panning out? So can you just give us like an overview how the discussion, how is this the subject matter of discussion?
See, one of the subject matters of Bhagavatam is Manvantarani,
Mhm.
Manvantara. So Manus are the incarnations of the Supreme Lord, Shaktavish Avatar.
Mhm.
And all the Manus have another incarnation along with them, who is also called Manvantara
Okay.
Avatar.
Mhm.
So there are two here. One is Manu himself is the Shaktavish Avatar. Other is the Lord who appears to assist the Manu wherever there's some difficulties there. That is also Manvantara Avatar. In the lineage of Manu,
Mhm.
Manu's sons, Priyavata, Uttanapada. So great devotees appeared, and also the Lord also appeared. Now, like Swayambhu Manu's daughter,
Mhm.
Devyuti. So Devyuti gave birth to whom?
Kapila.
Himself, Kapila appeared. So that is why here Vidura is expressing his desire uh, that I want to know about the family life of Manu. Uh, Not only that, the sons of Brahma, uh, they were married to the daughters of Swayambhu Manu. Mhm. That is Ruchi and Daksha.
Mhm.
They got married to Akuti and Prasuti. Mhm. In this way, the whole of the universe was filled with praja. So hearing this whole point, Maitreya becomes very happy.
Mhm.
Mhm. Because here Kardama is also son of Brahma. And Brahma had ordered Kardama that you became a Prajapati.
Mhm.
Praja Shajeti Bhagavan. When he was doing tapasya for so many years, many thousands of years.
Mhm.
At that time, it is an arrangement by the Lord that he will get married to Devi.
Mhm.
So these five children of Swayambhu Manu, two sons and three daughters,
Uh-huh.
they whole Vamsha, if you go to the entire canto of the fourth canto, what happened? Daksha, he got married to whom?
Prasuti.
Hmm? Rasuti. And and ultimately he had produced 16 daughters.
Mhm.
And one of the daughter was given to Lord Shiva, that is Sati.
Mhm.
So the whole pastime starts there, the fourth canto. Then again the pastime comes of Dhruva Maharaj. And who is Dhruva Maharaj?
Uttanapada.
Uttanapada's son.
Mhm.
And Dhruva Maharaj pastime. And then comes the pastime
Prutu Maharaj.
of Prithu Maharaj. And who is Prithu Maharaj?
Was he grandson of Dhruva?
Great grandson, in
Great
the same
grandson.
lineage he comes.
Yeah.
And then again comes Prachetas. And Pracheta, after Daksha was born to the Prachetas later,
Mhm. Mhm.
appeared. So if you see, everything started from Swayambhu Manu.
Mhm.
Mhm. That is why Swayambhu Manu becomes a very important personality in the creation
Mhm.
of different uh, lineages
Mhm.
where great devotees had appeared, and also Krishna himself appeared in different incarnations.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wonderful, Maharaj. Lot to look forward to. So, Maharaj, here in the sixth verse, so Maitreya is now answering Vidura's question. So, Maitreya uvacha prajasrujeti bhagavan kardamo brahmanoditah saraswatyam tapastepe sahasranam samadasha. The great sage Maitreya replied, commanded by Lord Brahma to beget children in the worlds, the worshipful Kardama Muni practiced penance on the bank of the river Saraswati for a period of 10,000 years. So Maharaj, this is a pattern in Bhagavatam we see repeatedly. When somebody is given an instruction by a superior, whether it is to beget children or whatever it is, in Brahma's case, it was to do the secondary creation, they don't immediately begin the task. What they do is they prepare themselves to receive the mercy, and for that, they all perform tapasya for a prolonged period of time. So here, Kardama also, it's not like, okay, I have to beget children, let me find someone and unite. Here it is like he is doing tapasya for 10,000 years. And even we see Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. So before he even founded Gaudiya Mutt, he actually, I don't know, maybe you can correct me, how many crores of names, some several months he just focused on chanting, intense tapasya. And then Prabhupada also, in one way, he met his Guru Maharaj in 1922 and he went to the West only in like 1965. That's like a good 43 years or so of intense tapasya, preparing for that expedition that was going to come. So, what is the role of tapasya before beginning a major task?
So what is the meaning of tapasya? That has to be understood first.
Mhm.
Tapaswadhyaya nritam tapasvi vagvitamara. Tapasya means swadhyaya, tapaswadhyaya nritam. That means contemplating on the scriptures, that is called tapasya.
Okay.
It's called meditation. It is not that I don't eat for 10 days, something. No, it's not that. That should be a byproduct of you contemplating, meditating on Krishna. So, Krishna in the form of scriptures is there. And you contemplate in the scriptures. By doing this tapasya, you become purified. And not only you become purified, you get the strength to do a particular activity. That is why before we perform any action, you need two things. One is knowledge, other one is strength.
Okay.
That is jnana bala kriyacha. Jnana shakti and bala, that is the shakti, kriya shakti. So these two are very important.
Okay.
If you don't have knowledge, that means a purity. When you say knowledge means purity, your actions will not give proper results, desired results. Number two, if you don't have the strength, then your actions cannot be completed. That is why, even now also, for example, somebody wants to become a doctor. What does he do?
Tapasya.
He studies. Okay, I want to become a doctor. Let me go and then do the operation. It doesn't work like that. So even now also, anybody attains something, they just cannot go and do things. You have to do tapasya. You have to do the heart. Like you are doing Pariprashna. You're doing this all of a sudden in the morning, get up and then let's have Pariprashna. It doesn't work like that. There's a hard work behind it. You spend hours and hours making notes, what to ask, study. It doesn't work like that, isn't it? To do anything, to bring out something nice, you have to complete something. You require knowledge, as well as there should be a lot of strength accrued from that.
Nice, very nice. So, Maharaj, I'm going to skip a few verses here. So, he does his tapasya and he gets the fruit of that. The Supreme Lord himself very nicely described that he comes mounted on the shoulders of Garuda, and very beautiful description of the most wonderful beauty of the Lord. And now, when Kartama is praying, Maharaj, there is this seeming contradiction. So, I want to just bring out that contradiction and let you reconcile it for us. So, in verse number 14, Kardama is saying, your lotus feet are the true vessel to take one across the ocean of mundane nescience. Only persons deprived of their intelligence by the spell of the deluding energy will worship those feet with a view to attain the trivial and momentary pleasures of the senses, which even persons rotting in hell can attain. However, O my Lord, you are so kind that you bestow mercy even upon them. So here, Kardama himself is saying only Who are these? Yeah, only persons deprived of their intelligence by the spell of deluding energy will worship the feet of the Lord with a view to attain trivial and momentary pleasures of the senses, which even persons rotting in hell can attain. But however, in the very next verse, what is Kardama asking for? In the 15th verse, therefore, desiring to marry a girl of like disposition who may prove to be a veritable cow of plenty in my married life, to satisfy my lustful desire, I too have sought the shelter of your lotus feet, which are the source of everything, for you are like a desire tree. Isn't this a seeming contradiction? Just now he said only unintelligent people will ask for trivial and sensual things, and now he himself is telling, I too am asking for a girl to marry.
So that's how he expresses humility.
Mhm.
He says that I am the chief among all those who are unintelligent.
Mm.
So first he says, actually, it is foolishness to ask material things from you,
Mhm.
which is available even for a pig. Mm. I'm asking that from you. I can very well go and take the body of a pig and enhance sense enjoyment.
Mm.
Mm. So now, sometimes, O Lord, you fulfill those desires, thinking if I don't fulfill these desires, he may give up bhakti.
Mm.
Mhm. And you fulfill your desires in such a way that you very well know by me fulfilling the desire, this person somehow will continue bhakti. And by bhakti, he can overcome the desires.
Mm.
So, fulfilling the desire is not the final intentions. Those who desire family, son, etc., etc., they actually all hellish life only.
Mm.
You can do karma and get them. Why you have to give that? Hmm. But I am I'm the leader among those who are unintelligent or fool. Tatha sachaham parivodu kamaha. I have approached you for parivodu kamaha to satisfy the desire of getting married. Samana Shilam Grihameda Denum. So I want a Grihameda Denum. I want a cow. That means he says, I'm a bull.
Mm. Nice.
A bull has no intelligence.
Oh.
So he is expressing his humility. I have no
Mm.
intelligence.
Mm.
So, oh Lord, I am asking you. Mhm. Then Krishna would say, what are you saying? If you have some intelligence, that why don't you use that intelligence? Why don't you worship me without giving up all kinds of desires? Then he says, actually, my desire is to satisfy the desire of Brahma.
Ah, okay.
So that is why I'm coming.
Mm.
Brahma told me to procreate. What?
Mm. Nice. So he's trying.
And now why did Brahma say?
Mhm.
Because you told Brahma.
Okay.
Ah, let the materialistic people be completely be bound.
Mm.
Hmm. Then Krishna would say, hey, you see, Brahma also told Kumaras, get married and then to produce children.
Yeah.
And they rejected. Why don't you be like that? Not like them.
Mm.
I'm not like them. I'm not like Kumaras. I'm not like the Narada. I am just a normal person.
Mm.
Hmm? I'm not a normal, I'm just a normal person. like a bull. I'll follow the orders, whatever you have given me, or you give me, or my seniors give regarding material life. This is called spirituality. This is where spirituality starts when I practice material life based on the instructions given by you and other great devotees.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. So, Maharaj, I just want to point out one thing here. In the purport to this 15th verse, Prabhupada is writing the last paragraph in the beginning. Kardama Muni could have asked his benediction from Uma, for it is recommended in the scriptures that if anyone wants a good wife, he should worship Uma. But he preferred to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead because it is recommended in the Bhagavatam that everyone, whether he is full of desires, has no desire, or desires liberation, should worship the Supreme Lord. So, Prabhupada is referring to the shloka Akama Sarva Kamo Va Moksha Kama Udaradhi Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajeta Purusham Param. So, Maharaj, what is the difference between those who approach the demigods to fulfill their desires and those like Kardama Muni directly approaching the Supreme Lord to fulfill the desires?
Yeah. As this verse says, one has to approach Krishna to fulfill the desires.
Mhm.
Is what Krishna says. Why do you want to go to the demigods? Ultimately, whatever the demigods are going to give are being given through Krishna only, by Krishna
Yeah.
only.
Mhm.
They take from Krishna and give to those people who worship the demigods.
Mhm.
One should approach Krishna directly. And if we're approaching demigods, they should understand as demigods are actually
Mhm.
devotees of Krishna, and they are the different parts of Krishna's body.
Right.
And it is actually the Paramatma in the particular demigod who actually fulfills desires.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes. So Kardama has very nicely prayed to the Lord, and we see the Lord is now reciprocating, and what a wonderful reciprocation from the Lord. So 23rd verse, Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Viditva tava chaityam me puraiva samayojita yadartam atmaniyamais tvayayvaham samarchitah. The Supreme Lord said, having come to know what was in your mind, I have already arranged for that for which you have worshipped me well through your mental and sensory discipline. So, Maharaj, this whole section is so beautiful. So, the Lord is already saying, I already know what is in your mind. So, even without us expressing our desires, the Lord knows it. And the way the Lord reciprocates, my God, how he gives. Kardama wanted the wife. Here the Lord is predicting in exactly the, I think he says in 2 days, the day after tomorrow, he says Swayam Bhuva Manu is going to come. Just like you are looking for a suitable wife, he has a daughter, Devahuti, who is full of all these virtuous qualities. She is also looking for a suitable husband. And the Lord predicts this. So he's not only telling you'll get the wife in the form of Devahuti, he also says that you will have 9 daughters. And then after that, he says, eventually you will attain me, you will become God realized. And then the Lord also goes that extra mile and says, I myself, the plenary portion, will actually come as your son. So, Maharaj, this whole section, the way the Lord gives, we cannot even imagine. It's beyond the limits of our imagine how Krishna gives. His generosity is beyond our perception. So, time and again, whether it is in Bali Maharaj's case or Dhruva Maharaj's case, the way Lord gives, only He can give, and He gives in such a way that we don't have to ask for anything more. So, as I was preparing for this section, I was reminded of there is this beautiful song called Kurai Ondrum Illai in Tamil, written by, I think it was Rajagopalachari. So, there he is praying to Lord Govinda in the form of Venkateshwara. And there also in that Kurai Ondrum Illai, first of all, Kurai Ondrum Illai means, for those of you who don't know Tamil, so there is absolutely no scarcity, there are no complaints. So, there he is singing, and I am not a singer by any stretch. So a couple of lines from that. வேண்டியத தந்திட வெங்கடேஷனி இருக்க வேண்டியது வேறில்லை மறைமூர்த்தி கண்ணா மணிவண்ணா மலையப்பா கோவிந்தா கோவிந்தா. So like that he's singing. So basically he's saying வேண்டியதை தந்திட வெங்கடேஷ நீ இருக்கு. Whatever I need, oh Venkatesha, you are there to give it to me. So வேண்டியது வேறில்லை. So there is nothing for me to ask you. So it is exactly that. The only scarcity, like Prabhupada used to say, is only of Krishna consciousness. If we have that, then there is absolutely no scarcity. So, Maharaj, in this context, if you can talk about this generosity of Krishna, how he gives to his devotees that we don't have to ask for anything else. So, if you can please elaborate on this.
It is all the different levels of consciousness a person has.
Mhm.
It can start from Sakama to all the way to the gopis.
Okay.
Their desires. Gopis' desire is to only please Krishna. So the purity of one's devotion, it actually depends on how much is your desire to satisfy the desires of Krishna.
Mm.
That is called prema.
Mhm.
Initially, it starts with Shraddha. That Shraddha is this.
Okay.
Krishna will take care of me in all circumstances. Even that itself is a very great thing. That is why Krishna does different pastimes
Mhm.
and shows to the entire world that when I'm able to care for these living entities, I'm giving 100 kilos as breakfast with elephant. Can't I not give you 2 chapatis?
Yeah.
So this is called Sharanagati.
Mm.
Sharanagati means that you have ananya gatitvam. There is no other gati for me. And other one is what? Complete dependence on the Lord. Complete dependence on the Lord to such an extent you're not even dependent on Krishna. You're dependent on Krishna even for your daily maintenance.
Mm.
It is not that, okay, I depend on Krishna for certain things. For my stay and food, I depend on my own hard work or my bank balance.
Mm.
Is that no? So Sri Vaishnavacharyas, they say that Sharanagati means to be totally dependent on Krishna even for one's personal maintenance.
Mm.
Krishna is there, he will give me tomorrow's food.
Mm.
Lokasya vasanabhanodana karo tasasya kim nakshima. He is giving food to so many people. He's giving his food to a dog. Dog is not a computer engineer, doesn't do any corporate work, isn't it?
Mm.
Do you think the elephant is sitting in front of a computer and then taking all the anxiety to do some project deadlines? No. It's having its breakfast, it's having its food.
Mm.
So, seeing this Prakriti, one should have faith that Krishna will take care of me in all circumstances. That is what in the Bhagavad Gita. Yogakshemam vahamyaham. Nanyas chintayanto mam yejana paripasate tesham nityayuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. So you know the story of that Brahmana who was reading Bhagavad Gita every day. He thought, Krishna, why should take care of a devotee personally? Aham. So he took a red mark and then say, he may take care of a devotee who is totally surrendered through somebody. Why should take care of someone? Through himself. He put a red mark. So he went for Bhiksha. That day he went on Bhiksha and then came back home. His wife started shouting at him, what kind of guru you are? Two small children, you bet them like anything. He was shocked, what is this? Who are they? They are your disciples. I'm not very disciples, I'm just a beggar. Today I went for begging, I did not get a single grain. And now when I come home, what happened to you? You are shouting and yelling at me. Naturally, you're so sober every day. I never seen you do like that. No, I'm totally frustrated with you. I was not knowing that you're so cruel. Some beautiful small children, you bet them. Where are they? Which children are you talking about? And she brings him inside,
Mm.
small kutia. Hey, you see the children? Children are not there.
Mm.
Then I told, what happened? And she don't know, two small, one black, one white, two boys came, had curly hair, beautiful. And they brought so much of grains, so much of foodstuffs on putting on their shoulders. And they see all these things are here in front of them.
Mm.
And then ask them, who are you? Your husband is our guru, and he sent us with all these things. The small children, they carried all the way, and they put the bags. I saw there were red scratches mark
Oh.
on their back as if somebody is beaten.
Mm.
And asked, what happened? No, your husband, who's our guru, we are small kids, we are not able to carry it and come fast. So he bade us, go fast.
Mm.
I feel so bad.
Mm.
Then he understood. He immediately went to the Bhagavad Gita in the morning where he was
Mm.
reading. Yogakshema Mahamyaham. There he had put a red line, and that red mark was not there anymore.
Wow. Mm.
And he understood. He was so fortunate. Those two children were none other than Krishna and Balarama.
Jai.
So if somebody has doubt that Krishna doesn't take care, you
Mm.
should read this story.
Mm.
Somebody thinks that it is me who takes care of myself, then think of the days of Corona.
Mm.
You take care of yourself. One Corona made everything
Yeah.
topsy-turvy, everything gone.
Mm.
Oh, my company, I'm doing this business. No. One Trump comes and then gone. All the business gone.
Mm.
Some idea about gone.
Mm.
So we are totally dependent on Krishna only.
Mm.
How much you realize it, that is up to you.
Mm.
That's all.
Mm. Beautiful. So, Maharaj, what follows is just like the Lord predicted. Swayambhuva Manu comes. Just in 2 days, he's coming with Shatarupa, his associates, and of course, there is this most gorgeous Devahuti who is accompanying them. And they come on this chariot. All this very nice description is there. And what follows is we see here such a nice reciprocation between Kardama Muni and Swayambhuva Manu. And to begin with, Kardama Muni is first glorifying Swayambhuva Manu. So, although Kardama Muni is a liberated sage, he's a Brahmana, but still, so nicely he showers praise on a Kshatriya, that is Swayambhuva Manu. And Swayambhuva Manu is not just any ordinary Kshatriya, he is not just an ordinary emperor as well, he is ruling the 7 islands and 7 oceans. So, what is this very nice reciprocation? How Kardama Muni receives him, offers a seat to sit, and then how very nicely, with such nectarian sweet words, he's showering praise on Swayambhuva Manu.
There should be a harmony between the Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas, otherwise the whole world get ruined.
Mm.
So the subject matter is how Swayambhu Manu is a Kshatriya.
Yes.
Now here, Kardama is a Brahmana.
Mhm.
So whenever there is trouble for the Kshatriyas, the Bahus,
Mhm.
the heart gives them power, go and fight. Whenever there is trouble for the heart, immediately the hands go like this
Mm.
and protect the heart. So when there is Anyonya Sambandha between the Brahmanas and the Kshatriyas,
Mhm.
then the whole society will be very peaceful and harmonious.
Mhm.
In some places in Kerala, it was a tradition that the Kshatriyas would then give their daughters to the Brahmanas. And then would tell the Brahmanas that tell the Brahman, the son-in-law,
Mhm.
that you just continue your tapasya. You don't have to do any job and work,
Mm.
totally engrossed, but just get married to a daughter and produce a son, and we'll take the son
Mm.
and make him the king.
Wow. Mm.
That's how we find this maternal connections are more than the paternal
Uh-huh.
connections.
Mm.
That system now it has become very hodgepodge, but originally it was like that.
Okay.
So the Kshatriyas would say to the daughters, get married to this Brahmana.
Mm.
He's in a hut, small hut. No, he's in a hut, he's meditating, he's not in the sense enjoyment.
Mm.
He's doing tapasya. So naturally his power will be there.
Mm.
And his power, when he's impregnated into you, you'll get a son who is more powerful than us.
Mm. Mm.
Mm. So that's the system which was prevalent in many parts of India,
Mm.
many parts of the world actually, in a sense.
Mm.
So
So
this is how
Maharaj,
it is.
yes, Maharaj. So Maharaj, in an earlier chapter,
Yeah,
I remember in Bhagavad Gita, we had discussed how to give and receive appreciation in devotee circle. So this is the practical demonstration here. After hearing Kardama Muni praising Swayambhuva Manu, of course, he also reciprocates and appreciates Kardama Muni. The way he received it, I'll just read the translation of the fifth verse of the next chapter, that is chapter 22. Now I have resolved all my doubts simply by meeting you, for your lordship has very kindly and clearly explained the duty of a king who desires to protect his subjects. So he is nowhere taking it as a way of flattering his ego. Swayambhuva Manu is telling Kardama Muni that you have reminded me what is supposed to be the duty of a king who desires to protect his subjects. If you can say something about this, Maharaj, how to receive appreciation in the right mood.
But before that, the Brahmana should feel dependent on the Kshatriya, and the Kshatriya should feel dependent on the Brahmana. The interdependence. So when you feel that we are interdependent, then you are not actually humble. You will not take unilateral calls.
Mm-hmm.
Like this Trump is doing. He's just taking unilateral calls.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't know that the whole world is actually the world of interdependency.
Mm-hmm.
Self-sufficiency cannot rule out interdependency.
Mm.
So this Trump is thinking that, oh, we'll produce everything in America.
Mm-hmm.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Mm.
They cannot produce bananas in America.
Yeah.
It's what to speak of computer chips and all these things, everything. How can you produce everything?
Mm.
You cannot. So that's the Vedic economy, sociology is to see interdependency in self-sufficiency, to see self-sufficiency in interdependency.
Mm.
It applies to economy, politics, sociology, in every aspect, in defense, in every aspect. So when you know that I am dependent on another person, you may naturally become humble.
Mm.
So Rirakshashoho means you are Kshatriyas.
Mm.
Beauty of the Kshatriya. If you don't protect us, what we Brahmins can do, what kind of tapasya we can do?
Mm.
That's the part of it. In the
So
same way,
it's
devotees also.
mm-hmm.
When you understand that even the grahasthas,
Mm-hmm.
they have a role to play in Krishna consciousness. The brahmacharis, by accepting this, they become dependent on the grahasthas. Grahasthas depend on the brahmacharis or the in the ashram. Everywhere, you should understand that I'm not independent. I have interdependency. There is interdependency.
Mm. Very nice, Maharaj. Nicely explained in the current context and also connection with devotees. So, Maharaj, it's such a beautiful section. Of course, we don't have the time to get into all the details of it. The very nice reciprocation between Kardama Muni and Swayambhuva Manu. So now we see that Swayambhuva Manu is offering his daughter in marriage to Kardama Muni. My daughter is the sister of Priyavrata and Uttanapada. She is seeking a suitable husband in terms of age, character, and good qualities. So Maharaj, no doubt, Mother Devahuti, she has all this. She is the epitome of beauty and virtuous qualities. She's so chaste. She is really a jewel with all the necessary qualities. And also, she has a glorious father like Swayambhuva Manu, wonderful brothers like Uttanapada and Priyavrata, and now she is going to accept a husband so great like Kardama Muni, and eventually she is also going to become the glorious mother of a son like Kapila Dev, who is none other than the Lord himself. So, as we are beginning this in context of setting up the scene for marriage between Kardama Muni and Devahuti, if you can please say some words in glorification of Mother Devahuti.
What glorification can be done for the mother of the entire universe?
Mm.
Because Krishna is the Lord of the universe and he appeared from her womb. What can be, what words can describe her glory? Okay. That's a real glory. That she got. Why she be got? Because she was a very good wife. She served Kardama. And she saw Kardama, not that how much he's earning, what kind of house he has got. No. So immediately when you get a boy, he may be drunkard, he may be a womanizer, he may smoke. But if he's earning money, I'm fine.
Yeah.
So that should not be the basis of any marriage. Basis should be on the spiritual integrity. That's it.
So Maharaj here, Swayambhuva Manu offers his daughter Devahuti and Kardama also accepts her. And immediately, I'm just trying to find the right kind of, the right verse here. Yeah. The 21st verse. So Maitreya Uvacha Sa Ugradhanvan Iyad Eva Bhabashe Asi Chatushnim Aravindanabham Diyopagrihnan Smita Shobhitena Mukena Cheto Lulube Devahutyaha. Sri Maitreya said, O great warrior Vidura, the sage Kardama said this much only and then became silent, thinking of his worshipable Lord Vishnu who has a lotus on his navel. As he silently smiled, his face captured the mind of Devahuti, who began to meditate upon the great sage. So, the smile of Kardama Muni here, as he silently smiled, his face captured the mind of Devahuti, who began to meditate upon the great sage. So, Maharaj, earlier we have discussed about the enchanting smile of the Supreme Lord. But here it is said that even devotee's smile is so enchanting. In fact, Prabhupada is writing so beautifully here. The smile of such a Krishna conscious person is so attractive that simply by smiling, he wins so many admirers, disciples, and followers. So, in this context, I remember one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada, I think it was Satswarup Maharaj, if my memory serves me correctly. So, where he also said, it is not Prabhupada who established ISKCON, it is Prabhupada's smile which established ISKCON. He said, just for one smile of Prabhupada, we were willing to do anything, going to any extent. So, what is this power of the smile of a devotee?
Smile, it actually speaks thousands of words. Especially it conveys that you are totally satisfied and it conveys your love and affection for the other person or any other subject. That's what smile refers to. So it shows your satisfaction, that you're so satisfied and you're not in any distress because of some wants. When everything is lost, but still you're smiling, means I'm not bothered. That means you're self-realized. And that self-realization manifests in the form of love for others, compassion for others. So that's compassion of Srila Prabhupada, which actually made this ISKCON. That's how smile has been. No regrets and only compassion. So here also it is because of no regrets. Oh, I've given up my position of being a renounced person. No regret Kardama had. No regret Devahuti had. Oh, I gave my mahal, big mahal, then come to the small, no regrets.
Mm.
And even the parents of Devi, they also had no regrets. So smile indicates no regrets and only bliss.
Mm. So on that note of no regrets, so the wonderful marriage takes place. Maharaj, what kind of a marriage is this? The Emperor Swayambhuva Manu, he could have done it in a grand way. He gave the hand of the daughter, Kardama Muni accepted, the marriage is over. The mother Shatarupa gave some golden ornaments and other paraphernalia they need for the household as a dowry out of affection. So, so I think in some other context you had talked about different types of marriages. So if you can briefly say something about that.
Yeah, there are different kinds of marriages. Of course, the word marriage is the contract, it's not vivaha. It's not a word can substitute vivaha. Vivaha sanskara. It is sanskara. Of course, these days what's happening is only marriage, or it's what's happening is shadi. Vivahas are not happening. Vivaha means purification. So the boy and the girl, when they are getting their that marriage or the getting vivaha sanskara being done, at that time the mood is simple. He feels that I cannot serve Krishna very nicely alone. And she feels I cannot serve Krishna alone. I require somebody who helps me in my service to Krishna. So the feeling of interdependency, that is called vivaha sanskara. That is what binds them. I cannot live without her, and she cannot live without me. And each of us require each other for our spiritual progress. That's called vivaha sanskara. Now, shadi means moj masti. That is why you spend a lot of money. The sanskar part is not seen. All just is moj masti. Especially if you go to these days, the vivaha sanskaras of these days, it's actually shadi. It's not vivaha. There you'll find those people who are dressed and they come, the ladies especially, they are like putanas. You just can't even imagine. So obnoxious it is. And they spend crores of rupees on the kind of food which they feed. And the whole thing is actually the Muslim culture. Shadi is Muslim culture. Okay, you enjoy, we enjoy. After enjoyment is lost, give it up. But marriage, Christian culture. So what to do? I don't want to talk much about it, but the point is that the principle behind vivaha has to be understood. That is, serve Krishna. We serve Krishna. I cannot serve Krishna alone. That is why I get the vivaha sanskar done so that I can serve Krishna with her. I can serve Krishna with her.
Very nicely explained, Maharaj. So they are just married. We'll give them some time to settle down and we will revisit their married life again next episode. So Maharaj, before I let you go, I know today's episode has been a really long discussion, but really worthwhile. Very, very interesting insights. So Maharaj, for the Brahmastra, I'm still in the hangover of Devahuti and Kardama Muni's wedding, Vivaha Samskara. So for Brahmastra also, I'm going to, Maharaj, point out maybe a dozen different divine Vivaha Samskaras. So let's say you are invited there and you are attending them. And if you can tell us what is the first thought or something in essence related to that Vivaha Samskara, Maharaj. So the very first one, we will go to the city of Mithila, where 4 marriages are happening together. Rama is wedding Sita, Lakshmana is marrying Urmila, Bharata is marrying Mandovi, and Mandovi or Shrutakirti, I think, and Shatrughna, Mandovi. So 4 weddings, Maharaj. What do you have to say about this?
Rama was confused.
Oh, okay.
Then he saw four of them. Who is mine?
Oh.
Because he had never seen Sita and Sita has never seen Ram before.
Uh-huh.
Of course, there are some stories that dramatize things, and Ram saw Sita, Sita saw Ram. It's okay. Valmiki Ramayana doesn't talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Just see, Guru said, get married, okay, decided, or Guru decides whom should my student get married to, not your father.
Mm.
The father has no right to name the son, no right to find a suitable daughter, suitable daughter-in-law, suitable girl for son. Only
Mm.
Guru can do that.
Mm.
Vishwamitra did it.
Mm.
He found, yes, this is the name, this should be the name, and this should be the daughter, this should be his wife.
Mm.
So, and Ram was not knowing.
Mm.
Then Dasharatha said, hey, don't look at others. Na? Iyam Sita, Mama Suta.
Ah, so beautiful.
That verse is a famous verse. Iyam Sita, Mama Suta. Iyam, why? Iyam is this one is Sita. You look, don't look at others. Na? It's for your brothers. Iyam Sita, Mama Suta.
Mm.
So innocent.
Mm.
You're so innocent. That innocence actually brings out rasa after getting married.
Wow.
That innocence is not there,
Mm.
then you get married to divorce. That's all.
Mm. Beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah.
So from the city of Mithila, we will go to Panchala Desha now, where the Pandavas and Draupadi. So Arjuna is winning the hand of Draupadi. What do you have to say about this, Maharaj?
Oh, that is just see the greatness of Draupadi.
Mm.
When Draupadi was brought by Arjuna, Kunti,
Mm-hmm.
he was not knowing what Arjuna brought.
Mm.
Arjuna told, Mother, I brought something special for you.
Mm.
And she told, whatever it may be, you all five brothers are equal to me, so you all should share.
Mm. Gosh.
Yes, see, Matruvakya,
Mm.
how it is.
Yes.
They share. And Draupadi did not say a single word.
Yes.
Mother-in-law, mother-in-law, that's all.
Wow. Mm. So Maharaj, from Panchala Desh, we are going to Vidarbha now. So where Krishna is kidnapping Rukmini Devi. The marriage of Krishna and Rukmini.
Krishna is kidnapping Rukmini Devi. Rukmini Devi.
Yes.
Actually, that marriage, that vivaha is very special.
Mm.
The love which Rukmini has for Krishna made Krishna come and then do Rukmini Haran.
Mm.
In all the marriages, especially even in this also,
Uh-huh.
it is not that you go to Krishna.
Mm.
Krishna comes and takes you.
Jai.
That should be the power of devotion.
Wow, fantastic. Yes. So one kidnapped to another, Maharaj. Of course, I don't know if this is a kidnap. I think they both eloped. So this is from Dwaraka, where Arjuna is eloping with Subhadra. Of course, with the divine orchestration of Krishna.
Yeah, Krishna wanted his sister to get married to Arjuna, but Balram had different views.
Yes.
So Krishna only told Arjuna, do this thing, kidnap my sister. It's also Haran.
Mm.
This is all like on the plan of Krishna. Whatever Krishna he designs, that always is divine.
Mm.
Krishna's design is divine.
Mm.
Even though it may be most abominable thing like Haran, kidnap.
Mm.
But the will of Krishna, then even the kidnapping becomes divine. If it is
Mm.
not will of Krishna, even though it is so-called arranged, that is also very demoniac.
Mm.
Yeah.
Instructive. What about Bhima marrying Hidimbi in the forest?
Bhima marrying Hidimbi, and is also will of Krishna. There's the son has to be born like Gatotkacha,
Yeah.
such a great
Wow.
devotee of Krishna.
Yeah.
So even though a demoness, but still,
Mhm.
because the association Bhima,
Mm.
even a demon became a devotee. His son became a
Mm.
devotee, great devotee.
Mm.
Gatotkacha.
Mm. Somewhere I have the desire to hear about Gatotkacha's episode in Kurukshetra, Krishna willing, sometime in the future.
Yeah.
So, Maharaj, in the fourth canto, we are going to come to this in great elaboration. But what about the wedding marriage between Lord Shiva and Sati?
Yeah. Sati is very fortunate to have Lord Shiva,
Mm.
but could not understand her fortune. That is why she had to face
Mm.
such a horrible end to her life.
Mm.
So you may have the great fortune, but if you don't recognize, then you will end up into trouble.
Mm.
Having fortune is one thing, recognizing that fortune is other thing.
Mm. 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 Very deep. Mm. So, Maharaj, next one, Sukanya marrying Chyavanamuni.
Just see how much Sukanya underwent. An old man, Chavana Muni,
Ill-tempered also. Yeah.
so much high temper, and she tolerated all these things.
Yeah.
And that's how a wife should be.
Mm.
She took so to the entire world.
Mm.
She was playful, but the moment she got married, she became very
Mm.
brave.
Mm.
There is immediate transformation.
Mm.
You can be very childish as
Mm.
long you're not married.
Mm.
Once you're married,
Mm.
then it's responsibility.
Wow.
We have seen in many in our own lives that many
Mm.
young girls were very chanchal, very naughty, very bad. But once they're married, they become totally different
Mm.
because of responsibility.
Yeah. Very instructive. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's marriage with Vishnu Priya Mataji.
Actually, Lakshmi Priya, she left her
Ah,
body because of separation from Chaitanya.
yes.
And it was a mother's desire that he has to get married to Vishnu Priya.
Mm.
And Vishnu Priya is eternally wife of Chaitanya.
Mm.
And actually, she is Lakshmi. She is Bhulakshmi
Mm.
who comes to assist the pastimes of the Lord. Very deep.
Mm.
Krishna told the gopis, Na parayam nirodhya sumita. I cannot repay the debts because Santyatya sarvishyan tavapada moolam.
Mm.
Gopis gave everything to surrender and surrender to Krishna. And Krishna has to give up everything
Mm.
to reciprocate or try to reciprocate their surrender.
Mm.
And for that reason, he has to come as Chaitanya.
Mm.
And Krishna, how can he give up everything? Because as Krishna, he cannot take sannyas because he is not married in Vrindavan.
Mm.
So if you have to take sannyas, you can only take sannyas from a wife, not from Saki. There is no question of taking sannyas from Saki.
Oh.
So that is why Lakshmi came as to serve Chaitanya so that he can reject her and take sannyas.
Mm. Mm.
So that she helped the mission of Chaitanya
Oh, profound.
Externally in the form of preaching, internally in the form of making him at least try to repay the debts of the gopis.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very complicated. It's the most complicated subject matter.
yeah.
Try to express in some words, not
Yes,
possible.
yes, indeed. Yeah, yeah. So, Maharaj, next one, the wedding of Vasudeva and Devaki.
The eternally parents of Krishna.
Mm-hmm.
So the eternal husband wife.
Mm-hmm.
They manifested the past time that we got married, not this, but actually eternally they are husband wife.
Okay, okay. What about Srinivasa coming down to marry Padmavati Amma?
Srinivasa coming down to get married to Padmavati.
Mm-hmm.
That is because he has given a word to Agni Deva that I'll get married to.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who follows in the footsteps of Sita,
Mm-hmm.
the Lord will one day accept them also.
Okay.
So Padmavati was actually Maya Sita. We acted
Oh,
as Sita for 1 year.
oh, okay.
And when Hanuman told, no, Rama is dead. Oh Lord, here is Sita, accept. Ram told, who is she? I don't know. If
Hmm.
it is really Sita, let her prove her to be so chaste.
Hmm.
The Parikshit happened.
Hmm.
And Maya Sita entered. Agni Dev. Agni Dev told, Lord, why don't you accept her? She is also acted as a wife for you.
Oh, okay.
Then Lord Ram told, next time I'll come and accept her. She was gone.
Hmm.
It's Vedavati, and then she came as Padmavati.
Hmm. Okay. Wow, very nice connection. Okay.
There's a big story. Everything is connected.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So many connections. Okay. Balaram and Revati.
Is
Maharaj.
also the divine arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine, she is 1,000 feet, something like that.
1,000 feet
And
up.
Balaram is 7 feet.
Oh my God.
What a combination it is. Balaram knows how to fit things.
Ah.
So he just hammered her down and then made the marriage possible.
Oh.
All inconceivable things can happen.
Mm. Very interesting. So last one, Maharaj, today's own marriage, what we saw in the third canto of Bhagavatam, the wedding, the marriage between Devahuti and Kardama. So Maharaj, one thing here, it was an important question I did not ask. So right when Kardama accepted Devahuti, even before he married, he is already planning for sannyasa. And he is openly telling also, Swayambhu Manu is okay with that, Devahuti is okay with that. He is already saying, once I beget children with her, I'm leaving.
Yeah. That is the whole purpose of getting married.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very, very awkward and a very crude example, may
Mm-hmm.
not be so polished also.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you get into the bathroom
To
and
get
apply
out,
soap? You
finish.
put apply soap so that
Mhm.
not to put the soap in tongue. Soap is meant to clean.
Mhm.
You apply the soap, and when you clean the body, you remove the soap also. So when you're applying the soap, when you're accepting the soap with the intention of not to keep the
Oh.
soap, but you have to
Mhm.
give up
Yeah.
the soap.
Mm.
So that's the best vivaha sanskara. When
Mm.
a boy gets married to the girl with the intention of give up the entire family. To not today,
Mm.
today, not today, tomorrow, tomorrow, not tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
Mm. Wow.
But that should not land up in a divorce. Sannyas is no divorce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Divorce is no sannyas.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Maharaj. So not only these pastimes are so relishable, the way you are bringing out the philosophy behind the pastime. They are so instructive. In fact, I had still so many questions, and already we ran over time today. So I don't know, maybe I'll ask these questions some other time. So thank you, Maharaj. You're bringing the pages of Bhagavatam to life. So as we read, it's not just black ink on white page. Actually, these are living. They're so fresh. So I'm so indebted to you as always, Maharaj, for really giving these wonderful insights. So Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So there we go. This is how very briefly we have touched upon 6 chapters in this particular episode. So please go back and read them as always, and also have an important announcement to make. So, as you know, this is the 46th episode, which means just in another few episodes, we are reaching the golden episode, that is the 50th episode of Pariprashna. So, by the mercy of Krishna, blessings of Prabhupada, and the wonderful involvement and encouragement and insightful discussions with Maharaj, we are able to reach this milestone. So, we want you to be a part of this. So, Maharaj will be hosting a brief virtual gathering for all of us to get together on Zoom, where we will share and reflect and prepare for this 50th episode. We want to hear from you. It is only you watching us virtually, but we also want to see you virtually. So please do join us. So all you have to do is there will be a link in the description for our exclusive Pariprashna WhatsApp group. So please click on that link, become a part of the group where the Zoom link will be shared. We will announce the day and time and everything. So you can actually gather and we can have this small online gathering. So we look forward to seeing you there and hearing from you about your suggestions, feedback, reflections, and so many other things. So kindly join us. We invite you, all of us, to join. So thank you very much. We will see you in the next episode. We will see how the marriage life of Kartama and Devahuti is going on, and we will continue to learn from them. So see you soon. Until then, take care, stay inquisitive, and stay Krishna conscious. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.